To further discuss this development, we're joined by President of the Berom Youth Molders in Plateau State, Solomon Dalyop. It's good to have you join us this afternoon. First of all, our hearts and our thoughts are with all of you in Plateau State over this very unfortunate killing that happened some time ago. But please, do you share the same view with your former governor of Plateau State, Jonah Jang, who says that these acts, these recurring killings, are as a result of land grabbing?
Of course, I am wholly in tandem with the submission of the former governor of Plateau State, David Jang, because looking at what is unfolding in Plateau, what had happened in the past, what is currently happening, and also the possible projection of these terrorist elements is purely to have the native land grabbed. And then, of course, to also turn it as terrorist enclave. Just as we have been crying out about the case of Mahanga as one of the places that they grabbed the land, and currently the attackers or the bandits have been hosted and stationed there. Then from there, many attacks are being coordinated and also launched to various villages and communities. And then, of course, at the moment, we have not less than, just before this recent attack on Bokos and Barikiladi, we had not less than 102 villages that have been uprooted by the bandits and are currently under their occupation. Not that they've uprooted the individuals, the native owners, and then they allow the land to be lying fallow. No, they are currently on occupation and they are expanding on daily basis. That even those survivors that were able to escape to neighboring villages, they have also not spared them. They are also going after them and then expanding the land. Just where I am now, I am in Jos community of Riom local government. One of the communities affected by this land grab that the former governor has alleged. So it is true that the rationale behind this is to have the land grab. And why are they focusing on the land? Because of the rich and unquantifiable mineral resources that are deposited in the land by the grace of God. And then, of course, that is what is also informing them to intensify these attacks so that the incident of land grab will be legitimized. And why am I talking about legitimization of land grab? Remember, during the past administration, under General Muhammadu Buhari, there was a land here in Mahanga which has been given name, but the original name is Rankum, where these people came and grabbed the land, and then currently even federal government went and built a school in that place, despite the agitations, demonstrated by the people that no, this is a land grab. No, coming to build a federal school in that particular land, it has amounted to according legitimacy, on this issue. But of course, the issue fall on deaf ears, despite the petition the people wrote, and then of course went and argued at the presidency. Yet we have not seen any action being taken. So it is purely issue of land grab because one, Plateau State is blessed with rich mineral resources and also the weather. And the people are very hospitable. That is why these people are having it as a soft spot to come and continue with this,
Solomon,
tax on the Plateau.
Solomon, you've raised some very interesting points. I just want to quickly ask you for my next questions. I hear you say terrorists. I've heard some reports, people saying terrorists. Even the former governor, Jonah Jang, also used the word terrorists. Who are these terrorists? Because some will argue that these are not terrorists, so we don't know who they are. Everybody seems to be dodging the question. Can you tell us who are these land grabbers?
Yeah, anyone that argues in favor of this disposition that it is not terrorist, I think the person is either misinformed or is distorting the truth of what is happening here. These are terrorists, and then why are we calling them terrorists? These are attackers that were recruited from part of Niger, Mali, Sudan, and also part of the neighboring countries Nigeria borders with. And then, of course, they are also recruited from part of the northeast. That is the bandits, the ISWAP members. We had cried out on this. These are individuals that were recruited from Southern Kaduna, from Niger State, Nasarawa, Taraba, Benue, and as well as Bauchi. They have been brought into the state. There are intelligence to that effect. There are early warning signals that capture who are these individuals and where they've been hosted. And then they've been hosted in Mahanga, they've been hosted in Fas, and all these are places under Riom. They've been hosted in Were Hills in Rob District, Joshua area in Bokos local government, and also in Gomnandaji. That's in Gomna, in Mushere, also in Bokos local government. And people have cried out, these are terrorist elements that have been brought. And then there is no way, it has never been refuted by either Mieti Allah or the Ardos or the Fulani from those ends, that terrorist elements or these are strange elements that we have spotted within our domain. And anytime that such intelligence is gathered, there will be attack. And sometimes the attack will even with precision. As to villages, they will go in where they have recruited these individuals. We've not seen any drastic measures taken or any refusal from the Fulani saying that these are people that it is their own. And even if it is purely Fulani, do they have the right to invade villages and communities? If they are aggrieved by whatever action or inaction of the natives, there is constituted authority that is
Solomon, because of time, I would just quickly want to ask you, Solomon, you know, the security agencies have, you know, been called on to work better. I want to ask you how, you know, we can secure Plateau State, because this has been on since 2001. Particularly the collaboration between the local community and the Nigeria Police Force. The governor of Plateau State, Mutfwang, set up a local vigilante, I think in November or October, if I'm not mistaken. What is the state? Are you aware? Have you seen the day? Have they come around the areas that are prone to such attacks? What is the state of that local vigilante force that the state governor or government set up?
Well, before responding into that, you know, security situation or security of lives and property shouldn't in any way be read, you know, in between the lines of politics, religion, and, you know, ethnicity. And of course, you know, during the time of Governor Jonah Jang, he introduced Operation Rainbow. And of course, this Operation Rainbow has been up and down. But of course, there is shortage of manpower. They don't have the requisite manpower, you know, in order to contain the prevailing security situation in the state. And I want to believe that is the reason why the present governor has also, you know, consolidated on that to ensure that there is massive recruitment. And but of course, it started from people from places that have distress situations, security situations, like Riombar Kiladi, Jos South, Mangu, and Bokos, which has been started with. And then these are the places that are worst hit. And then, of course, since we have not seen the Operation Rainbow on ground, it is possibly that these people have not been kitted with the requisite gadgets in order to serve as early preventive, you know, mechanism that will be on ground to really contain the bandits and the militias, pending when the federal security that will come with its own federal might to come and, you know, sustain or add credence to what the local security are doing. So it is not an issue of training and, you know, the training of local vigilante and stuff like that. Once they are equipped with the requisite, you know, gadgets, they can be able to contain and then forestall, you know, the recurrence and possibly, you know, hold ground, resist this bandits and terrorist element, pending when, you know, a bigger power comes, you know, to take over from where they are. But of course, since we have not seen that, it is believed that they have not yet been kitted with the requisite, you know, gadget and all it takes, you know, to guarantee the safety of communities. However, it must also be understood.
Solomon, we have to go. I wonder what if what you're saying is anything to go by what the governor of Plateau State is waiting for to do that kitting of a local vigilante. We don't have time, but probably we'll get back to you subsequently. Thank you so very much, Solomon. Dalyop is the president of the Berom Youth Molders right there in Plateau State. Of course, we're still waiting for news of the capture of any of those responsible by the Nigerian armed forces. Yet to hear anything concerning that. The Nigerians are asking what exactly is going on.